It's an absolutely beautiful day today. It's probably about 22, 23 degrees and it's absolutely windy as. That's why it's probably a bit on the camera. I'll move away from the beach a little bit so the sound is a bit better in a bit. Today we're going to talk about living in Hua Hin as a retiree, living here permanently, not just as a tourist, guys. A lot of this video nearly didn't get made because the weather was so crazy. So it's a mixture of on-site footage where the sound's dodgy and me doing voiceover and telling you about living in Hua Hin. Let's get started with today's video.
One thing I love and something many retirees appreciate is the beach definitely has moods. So some days, like what you see right now on the video, the Gulf of Thailand brings in stronger winds and rougher waves. It's very dramatic, it's refreshing, and always brings a cool sea breeze, which makes even the hotter months feel more comfortable. But then there are days like this, calm, glassy water, barely a ripple in the water, and you can see people swimming, paddleboarding, or just sitting under the shade with a book. And you also find, more people riding horses then and slowly walking up and down the shoreline. The best part is that Hua Hin Beach is incredibly accessible actually. Most parts of town are just a few minutes away, and for many retirees this becomes part of a daily routine, going down to the beach for a morning walk or in the evening, having a quiet coffee, overlooking the water, or simply enjoying the peace and stillness. Whether the waves are rough or calm, Hua Hin beachfront always feels safe, clean, and very welcoming. And for anybody thinking about retiring here, the beach is often the moment people say, yeah, I could live like this. And I got some footage down on the beach yesterday, but yeah, you can see how noisy it was on the camera.
Can you hear me? It's a bit windy down here, guys. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to record off the other side. It's way too windy down here today. Check out some of the waves down here today. Absolutely crazy. This is about December the 9th today. I don't know what's happening with the weather, but it's definitely a lot cooler today. So there's no sitting down on the beach. I just tried to go down the far end. I couldn't even sit down on the beach. It was that crazy. But up the other end, they're kite surfing. So that's a good thing for some of you guys who are interested in kite surfing.
One thing retirees especially love is just how easy it is to enjoy good food and great coffee without spending a lot in this area. Along the beachfront and the streets just behind it, you'll find a mix of Western-style cafes, Thai family-run restaurants, and plenty of relaxed places to sit down with a drink and watch the world go by. If you're a coffee person, Hua Hin won't disappoint. There are modern cafes with proper espresso machines, bakeries offering fresh pastries, and quiet little spots run by locals where a good cup of coffee costs a fraction of what you'd pay back home. And because this area attracts a lot of long-term expats, many places cater to Western tastes. Think real cappuccinos, strong Americanos, and even like specialty roasts. When it comes to food, you can also choose anything from beachfront restaurants serving fresh seafood to neighborhood places offering classic like Thai dishes for just a couple of dollars, or sometimes a lot more. It just depends where you go. And if you prefer more familiar comfort foods, there are plenty of Western options too. Everything from hearty breakfast to European dishes. What makes it also enjoyable is the atmosphere. Most places are relaxed, friendly, and easy to walk to, whether you want a quiet morning coffee, a simple Thai lunch, or a dinner by the sea. Hua Hin has something for every kind of retiree and every budget. One of the other great things that give retirees peace of mind in Hua Hin is how easy it is to access everyday healthcare in the town. So you'll find plenty of small clinics where you can walk in without an appointment, get checked, and be out again quickly. And the prices are usually far lower than what you'd expect to pay back in the West. Dental care is another big plus here. There's modern dental clinics with English-speaking staff, offering everything from cleaning and fillings to crowns and implants. Many long-term expats come here specifically because the quality is high and the costs are very reasonable. You'll also find like opticians throughout the town, often with same-day service for glasses, eye exams and prescription lenses. And for those who need hearing assistance, there are dedicated hearing aid centres where you can get hearing tests, adjustments and repairs with no hassles.
These things are not necessarily important for, you know, the tourist, but when you're living here permanently, things like this are super important. You want to just nip down the road and be able to use these things. You know, your eyes are buggered, you know, you need to go get some new specs just down the road, or you need to go to the dentist. There's a good, you know, Western dentist with English speaking dentist here. There's opticians, there's all these different things that, you know, you need when you're living here permanently. And then even just along there, I saw that many cafes, restaurants. I mean, to a penny for vegans, for, you know, meat lovers, for whatever you want is in this city now. There's so much choice available, and, you know, maybe some of the prices on this strip here are a bit pricey, but if you go back, there's still loads of restaurants that are going to be a little bit cheaper maybe. Because some of them along the main road here, you know, they do cater towards tourists a bit more, so, you know, you're probably best looking into the city, but it's so huge now, and there's so many different restaurants opening up, bars in the city for, you know, you'll be able to use when you're here. There's regular vans that go, like a minivans that go, and like, not minivan, but a little bit larger one. I put it on the screen now, that go back to Bangkok, you know, Morchit, and I think Ekamai as well. So, you know, you can get back to Bangkok really easily, maybe in 3 hours or so from Hua Hin. And you can nip to Chiam as well on that minibus, so it could drop off in Chiam as well, or Phetchaburi as well on the way back. I think they'll probably stop there. The traffic now going back into Bangkok can be quite bad at certain times. That Ramatu Road is really bad going back into the city, and coming the opposite way as well. We're getting stuck in traffic a lot going back and coming out of Bangkok as well, coming south, and that's if you're living in Pattaya or Hua Hin. Sorry to disturb the video, guys. Can you do us a massive favour? Just subscribe to the channel, help us out. I'm trying to get to that 10,000. I'm nearly there. Come on, help us out. Thanks. Press that subscribe, and back to the video. It's a lovely pier as well. You can go fishing off the end of this pier, and if you look, we are like Hilton is behind me there, so you can come up to this far end of town and have a walk along the pier right to the end and do some fishing if you fancy some fishing. Not really for me personally, but I know some of you Aussies out there love a bit of fishing. So this is something else you could do, and I'm not sure if it's, I presume you're allowed to do it. Everyone seems though they're doing it here, so they are mainly Thais, but I've seen foreigners up here too fishing, so I don't think anybody bothers too much. If you know this area well, you'll know all about these rabbit warrens that go up and down in Hua Hin. You know, the Soi Bindabat, the Soi 94, the Soi 80, you know, if you're after some kind of nightlife here. But nightlife in, you know, Hua Hin is basically just low key. Some areas, a little bit busy, you know, there's stuff going on, you know, it kicks off a little bit, but generally it's a lot more lower key, you know, it isn't Pattaya. You know, it isn't Phuket, it isn't Bangla Road, it isn't Bangkok. You know, I think people come here for a little bit of nightlife, not really proper nightlife. There's a little bit going on, you know, bars like this with, you know, pool table, chill out and British flag, ideal. Just come to have a look at the old fishing village, and you know, you can see these old hotels going out, and this is the restaurant here, this one. And this is a hotel going right out. But they're on about knocking down some of these. They've already knocked down one or two already, guys. So, yeah, I think in the next few years this will all be cleared. And then all this will be beachfront walkway, apparently. We'll see what happens with that, I'm not sure. What do you think about that, guys? Put it in the comments if you know anything more than I do about that. The more and more I video the area and start walking around it, you know, so much more. It is expanding, it's getting bigger and bigger. And I think as a livable city, it's absolutely awesome. You know, it's great as a tourist too, but to live there permanently, there's so much to offer there for retirees or just long-term expats now. Even if you're coming here with a family, as a couple, I think it's a fantastic place to come now. All right, guys, take it easy. Until the next one.